All right, guys, Shotty T here. Happy Thursday to you guys. We're less than 48 hours away from Warzone Duel. Looks like we're going to be on the attack against 215 because we're pretty much beating them in every category except for the orange race, but that's only a 200K deficit. But we're sweeping them on here, sweeping them on here, so they're not gonna be able to overcome that with arms race and plunders alone. And of course, we're winning. Let alone we're winning these two, so we're gonna be on the attack. So actually, in 27 hours from now, so 28 hours. So I figured, I said I was going to do a live stream of the day six in its entirety. Of course, it'll be in snippets because otherwise, you don't want to have a 24-hour video. But it'll be in snippets, kind of like I did last week. Be about 40, 50 minutes or an hour, just to kind of show you guys a day-to-day activity, and also just to kind of show you my fighting tactics. But I wanted to kind of show you in this video, um, because apparently a lot of people don't fight in this game. Like, and I've heard some jokes about some people thinking that this is just a Farmville with zombies, but this is far from that. There's a lot of objectives to this game, and everything has a purpose. Like the whole purpose of Alliance Duel. I mean, everything, if you think about it from the beginning of the week all the way to day six, it culminates to where you're putting your troops into use. Like what you're doing in day one, just to kind of remind yourself, you're just doing basic stuff. You're improving some technical stuff to your power squad, and you're gathering resources for buildings, and you got buildings that you build on day two, which also helps in other things. And then you have the research for more masteries. And then you have today, which of course is everyone's favorite day because you get a chance to upgrade your heroes with all the shards and the skill points. And now, even though ore is not a part of it, but you always want to use your ore to upgrade your weapons. And then you have training day to train all your troops and put them into use, because you're gonna need them for Buster Day. You're not just training troops just to see who can have the biggest drill grounds. I mean, the game does not reward people that has the biggest drill ground. I'm sorry to tell you. Everything that the game essentially rewards is based off you fighting, whether it's zombies, like it's something as simple as doing a Doom Elite rally, you get rewards for fighting. Yeah, you can get some stuff rewards for gathering, but that's all you're getting. That's very little. Gathering the highest level resources, you get a lot more resources. You get about half of, like, you could do a fight in 30 seconds and get almost half the resources you get from a level 10 mine, let alone the other stuff you get. So the game kind of tells you there's an incentive to using your troops in the battle, whether it's against monsters or against other human beings. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to show you. Now, in our server, we have a no attack policy against other people that are in the alliance. But if you're not in the alliance, you're fair game. And that's why I talked about in that original video that I talked about tips in the game. Make sure you join the alliance. That way you're not subject to be attacked. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys something. So, because some people want to know, like, some people don't know how to fight. I look at. I'm just gonna show you guys something. Now, this is not calling out anyone. Just showing you the facts. So I lead our alliance in kills, but compared to the server, I think I'm like, I don't know where I am in the server. I'm probably in the top. I know I'm in the top 50, but I don't know how far down. Yeah, I'm number 27, but you like. We got some people with 60 million kills in our server, so, and there are 26 more people with more kills than me, and I'm the top person in our lane. So we don't. So I guess we don't have as many fighters, but as we get more concentrated in the middle areas. So it is an area of improvement for us to have more fighters, but yeah, because at this point we're over a year in the game, so everyone should have at least a million kills. Well, we got some people that have 0 kills now. I mean, you haven't fought at all. um, And yeah, and so we got some people that haven't even hit six figures in kills. So, but yeah, so we just need to. So again, this is not calling out anyone. This is just showing because people may not have known how to do this. So the simple thing to do is each day you want to attack five bases, or not five bases, attack one base five times. You scout it, see what type of resources it got. That one doesn't have anything. That one doesn't have anything either, so we're not going to go after that. Sometimes you have to, and you just scout before you go. And that's why I upgrade my scout plane to make it travel faster so I can do more searches. More than likely, what I'm going to go after is going to be in this area. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to share you guys a couple of tactics when it comes to attacking someone. Now, obviously, Saturday morning, when we get to the live field of battle, you're not going to have the it's going to be action packed, so you're going to have to act fast. So it's a good practice to at least practice tactics uh, when you have the time to do it during the week. That one, hey, this is a gold top heavy person, but I'm not short in gold. If I was short in gold, that would be a person definitely to rob, and still nothing noteworthy. Might be a bad batch of folks here in this area. So but yeah, so in general, when you're about to fight someone, especially if you're lower on power, you want to scout their base first to see what they have on the wall. Like this, for example, this person have no troops on the wall. So that means if I got one, if I just send out the lowest hero I have, and he be the only person in my marching squad, I can march that one person to their base and burn them. And if I attack them 10 times, then they're gonna be blown off the map and probably relocated to somewhere else on the map. So you want to scout first, and I think I showed one here. Okay, these are the new people I just scouted. Okay, so this person has reasonable resources, so this is gonna be the person I'm going to attack. All right, so um, now there are two ways to attack someone. You could just click on their base, and you never want to hit the rally flag. Rallying against an individual is a waste of time because because the person can see it coming from a mile away. They can get people in their alliance members to reinforce them, or they can just teleport, and this is just a wasted rally and wasted time because rallies take longer. Now you can march. Now if you're in a concentrated area, marching straight to the base is okay. Now, in this case, it's a 3 minute march. So, if, like, hypothetically speaking, if I'm marching towards this person, first of all, it's going to alert them. Like, their screen is going to start turning red. Like, the borders of this screen will start flashing red. So, it lets them know somebody's attacking you or on their way to attacking you. And they'll be able to see the line going towards their base. They'll see like a red line, like this one that's white. They'll see it'll be a red line, so they'll be able to track where it's coming from, and then they can either hunker down and like if someone is marching towards me, all I have to do is just hit this and reinforce. And if I'm stronger than you, your attack is gonna get repelled, and you're just gonna go back burning, and you just wasted troops. But but there's an advanced way that you can go towards someone and be a little bit more discreet about it. Now, first, there are some masteries that you can apply. And for those that are war leaders, I recommend doing this. Now, I don't have to do it, but other people can. Is this mastery here, disguise? So, um, get an enter in disguise state. Hides your information, does not appear on the enemy battle report, lasting 30 minutes, which is perfect for when you're about to get into a war battle. Um, and it doesn't require a high professional level to get to that stage. All you have to do is be at professional level 30. And if you've been in the game, even if you're in season 2, you should be at level 30. And I don't know if there's any other stuff that go into advanced stuff up here. Uh, yeah. A camouflage march might be an interesting thing too, but you have to be at level 100, which I'm not at. But yeah, so what you can do though to be a little bit more tactical is that let's look at this base here. Now, you see this here, there's an iron mine. First of all, march speed towards resources is shorter than marching towards bases. As you can see, it takes 1 minute and 15 seconds to march to a resource here, but it takes 3 minutes for that same squad to march to a base. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna march towards this base, this resource. And now, and because the opponent, because a lot of times if someone is offline, if someone is marching towards them, depending on their notification settings, it'll also notify them when they're about to be attacked. Like they can have their notification, like the attack warning. You've been able to under attack alert sound. So if they have this toggled to yes, if you're marching towards them 3 minutes away, even if they're not even on the game, they'll get a notification. Hey, oh, I need to get on the game. Let me shield up or teleport or reinforce myself. So you don't want to give your attack away. Now, if multiple people are attacking and they're down with being attacked, then it's fair game. But if you're trying to be secretive about it, march here. And by the time you start marching to their base, they're not going to have enough time to react, especially if they're offline. Now, if they're online, again, you can still probably get a few attacks in before they realize they need to put troops on the wall or teleport or whatever the case might be. So we're almost at this resource now. All right. So then I'm here. And then now it's a 7 seconds. It only takes 7 seconds now. And then I can get my attacks in. So I'm going to get my 5 attacks in here and gather the resources proportionate to what he has, because I'm short in food and iron anyway. So this one had a good proportion of both. All right, so we're just gonna get that there. All right, I lost track of the number of attacks I've had. I think that's 5 attacks. Yeah, that's 5. Actually, I got one more attack I can do. Okay. So another thing I'm gonna share you guys is this. It's called the X-ray attack. All right, let's say I want to attack this base. I can do something in advance. This is way technical. I can put something that's way off the radar so they don't even know that I'm remotely there. But by the time I get close to their base, then I click on their base and then attack at the last minute. And right now I just got a sneak attack. They had no time to react. That was like like less than a second. And I got that quick attack in just like that. So little stuff like that can get you sneak attacks where if you can pretend like you're marching somewhere else, whether it's a zombie or another resource, because when the capital takes place this weekend, and wherever you are, let's see, find on the map. Yeah, when you're in the sand, there are gonna be some. I don't know what this is. This is random. That is so random. I don't know what that is. But when you're in the sand, there are gonna be some random spots in the sand. Now, unfortunately, when you're in this area, the march speed becomes much more diminished. And so the recommendation, in which I probably need to switch it up myself, the recommendation is to turn on this. So boosting your marching speed in contaminated land, and this is not just during capital conquest, this is just during Warzone, duel, anything. If you get this to level 2, your march speed is increased by 50%. Otherwise, you're marching pretty slow in that area. But even if that's the case, using those disguised marching tactics like you're going towards someone. So let's say hypothetically, my base is here and someone that I want to attack is here. Then what I would do is I would select this thing and march, act like I'm marching towards that. And then as my troops are marching from there to here, and the person's base happen to be somewhere around here, when that line that shows me marching hovers across that person's base, then I'll click on their base and then hit the attack button and get that attack in. And then you can just prepare yourself for multiple attacks by click and go while your troops are marching towards their base attacking. Go ahead and click on their base again, and then attack it again, just like you saw me do those 5 consecutive attacks at that base there. So it's pretty straightforward, but it's a lot of strategy involved. But troops are this is a war game at the end of the day, so you have to kind of use your troops. You get no cookies for having full drill grounds. Like my drill grounds after last week's war, I had enough for a cocktail party. It was very, very little, but now my drill grounds are up to 34,000. I didn't have to use a bunch of speed ups. It's just every time I train new troops, I make sure to use the VIP buffs, because as you guys can see, I just used it not too long ago, and I use it quite regularly whenever I try to train more troops. Like I did this even earlier today. So yeah, so every time I'm training new troops, I'm always doing this. And keep in mind, you don't have to kill all your troops. Like I like to get into action, so you don't have to be as active as me, but your troops have to be put into play. It doesn't take too long to recover, because I went from 0 troops to 34,000. All right, and we still got 2 more days to go. So by the time the war starts, I'll be back at full. So you can't be afraid to lose troops, because the resources are in the game to train them back. They are trained to die. All right, unfortunately. And then you got this ER that you can put them back in the battle. I have a few that are ready to be put back in, but I'm gonna wait till it gets at full capacity before I deploy them back in the battle. So that's what you got to do, guys. The name of the game is the fighting. Again, this is not Farmville with zombies. This is a war game. I mean, it's not just fighting. There's some strategy, but when it comes to fighting, I mean, you're expected to fight because the rewards are there. Look at these rewards. You're not gonna get these rewards farming. Okay, like all these, the ways to get these points down here. None of these criteria says you get points for farming. It says kill, 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 kill. So you have to put your troops in the battle. And I mean, a lot of like these, I mean, you don't, it's hard to get this combination of items anywhere else on the game, especially honor points. You just got to participate. I don't know what else to say, but yeah, but that's just some tactics there. But again, I will do a live stream that shows. I'm gonna do my enemy buster the first few minutes of day 5 or day 6, and then I'll shield up for that night, and I'll teach you some tactics there. And then when we have Capital Warzone Duel Saturday morning, now that will I will be around a bunch of people at that point, so it'll be recorded, but it'll be a voiceover done after the fact. But I'm gonna piece it all together, and I'm just gonna show you guys how easy it is. It is. I mean, I think it's gonna affect a lot of people, so that's why I'm putting this video out ahead of time, just to prepare you guys to be on the lookout. That video, because of the editing, it probably won't go out until Sunday, but that's the reason why I wanted to at least put this one out, so at least you have an idea how to attack this Saturday. And then for future wars, you can reference Saturday video for day 6, reference that for future wars, because that can be very helpful. But anyway, guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.